Everyone, the Pokemon Fan 993 here back with more Final Fantasy XII the Zodiac Age. During our last thing, we infiltrated the palace, end up getting caught by these two, Baltier and Fran, and now we escaped into the sewers because of some kind of ruffling that was going outside, so we're gonna keep going.
Now we have it!
Who would be next?
Close ranks, bring her down!
Jump down! Hurry!
So there's one thing I was wondering in between that scene was Vaughn looking under her skirt. Because they make
Our ranks grow by the hour.
And our troubles with
they made the girls obviously scantily clad in these games, so okay. Now we have this mystery character with us. We have to fight 4 Imperial swordsmen. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steal from the first 2. Stow potion from the second one. So go ahead and steal on A. Steal on C. Okay, now I've got to steal left from is D. Assuming that the game lets me. Oops. Wrong target. Only some potions, but at least it's something. Give me 1 sec, guys. No, okay.
Yeah!
Alright, I forgot to mention, this is the poles only challenge, means that I can only use 4-arm weapon class. If I do not have one for a character, I cannot use any other weapon. Because poles 2-handed weapons, I cannot use a shield. Even if I'm unequipped, so... Luckily, this is not too hard to get past. Plus, it gives me a nice little 2 LP per hit per kill for a total of 8.
You alright?
Thank you.
I'm Vaughn. And this is Balthier, and hey! What's your name?
Amalia.
Amalia, huh? Nice to meet you.
There were others with me.
I'm sorry.
No.
Huh?
Oh, now isn't that impressive?
Don't get any ideas. I said it's mine.
I'm afraid the jury's still out on that one.
You stole that?
Yeah.
Have you finished? When the guards don't report in, they'll come looking for us.
If they aren't already.
Well, there's one of my favorite characters
You
in this
should come
game.
with us. Better than being by yourself.
Very well.
What's wrong with her?
You have a lot to learn before we even get started on your thievery.
What's that mean?
The situation requires I accept such help as I find, though it be from thieves. I shall accompany you until we find my companions, no longer.
Let's think of her as a guest, then. Unlike Fran or myself, our guest probably won't be taking orders from anyone anytime soon, and she'll leave when she pleases. So we keep to our affairs and she to hers. I doubt we'll find her wanting in valor, being such an upstanding member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
Amalia joins the party as a guest.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Unlike party members, guests can only use certain actions and abilities. I also am not allowed to edit her equipment. So, in this particular situation, guests are immune to the 4-arm rule because you can't change their equipment. Once you hack into the game, which I'm not going to do, and I'm not even sure what that would do to the game if I gave her something, if I was able to hack into it. So I'm going to touch this real quick to get our health back. Luckily, I can mess their game, so she has the cure spell as well. She can use it every time someone loads, gets up to 50% HP. So that's going to be helpful later. We actually have 2 separate boss fights coming up. One is going to be almost right after we leave this room, and then one's going to be a bit further on. Either way, though, even with the low amount of HP she has, she's still very useful. How my license is looking here. Let's get the one that increased the max. I probably should have done that before I went to crystal, whatever. We're gonna do that for all 3 characters. If they can hack it, that is. Yes, they all can. That's another 110 HP increase to all of them. I'm not sure if you call this. I call these more of a sub boss. These enemies aren't very threatening. There's actually 4 of them. They're called. They're referred to as flans, and these are basically the harder versions of flans. Because there's 4 of them. But luckily, 4 on 4, the odds are pretty even, or the odds look pretty good in a fair fight. So, now the thing about flans, and I don't think it's going to be necessary to do so. The flans have high damage resistance to regular physical attacks. So, in a sense, using physical attacks isn't the best job on them, best thing to do. However, the flans are quite weak in terms of power, and we have an extra healer on our side. So I'm not worried about using any magic. And for anyone who want to know what magic begins with, unless I'm wrong on that one too. Let's have a look. Yeah, she has the fire, which means I can use her magic if things get really bad, but they usually never do. Not my experience. Okay, Amalia just got blind. We're going to deal with that here in a second. We're going to steal from the second flan. I'm going to have Amalia use a eye drop on herself. When you're blind, it makes it very hard for you to hit enemies, so I have to make sure I keep that out of the way. Okay, Vaughn's blind, so we're going to give him an eye drop now. At Vault, we almost sold from every single one, and Flan B is already dead. Okay, so we pulled soul bullets from everybody, now we can just go on with the fight. Like I said, we haven't even had need to heal yet, so most of our damage do actually do quite a bit. We do quite a bit of damage. I don't think these guys actually have any damage resistance. I think it's more along the lines they have higher HP. Some of the clans later in the game have higher defenses. 4 hits to finish them off. Nice job. And after what you defeat a boss or a sub-boss, as long as there's nothing to do immediately after, you also get a victory animation depending on, and the animations cycle depending on what weapon you're carrying and what the player actually did. Since they all have pulls, Balthier and Vaughn and Balthier both show the pulls, but Fran did another victory animation where she just kind of moves around a bit. Molly, of course, only has her one animation because she is a guest member. So. Pretty easy bosses, not too terrible there. We didn't barely even, I don't think we even had to heal the entire fight. Item here. Phoenix down. Nice. How many of those do I have now? 7. Okay. Better than what I started with. I remember using a bunch of Phoenix Downs when I first started this playthrough. Nothing. Oh, there's an item over here. Okay. What are you? High Potion. Nice. That restores 500 HP to 1 ally, so we're gonna... No more enemies in this area, so I'm just gonna fast forward a bit down to here. Chest here. A dark mode that allows me to cast the spell dark, or allows me to cast the dark spell and all foes within range at a fixed amount of damage. So stole horn. Okay, Maui just goes for the damage. Fauna is now level 6. Got a water stone in the horn. Steal from the ghost. Nothing. Guess we'll just knock it out. While they are in the state of where their HP parts disappear, they actually are invincible for a small amount of time. And they will occasionally use Divide, which basically just reduces their number by 1. Which actually, if you're really trying to get the LP from it, you can actually just kind of just take advantage of that and just basically not kill it until it divides again. But we're not doing that here. Since we have some interesting enemies here that we don't see for a lot later in the game. Until a lot later in the game. Except here, obviously. Okay, even with Malia constantly healing, we're still doing a decent amount of damage. Of course, when Malia Peach will stop using the cure gamut, but for now it's working pretty well. Early game is real easy to keep your MP afloat. Where are you going to attack that, Von? I'm checking. Okay, there's no chest up here. I'm not gonna have you attack him, I'm gonna have him steal. Couldn't steal. Got a horn. Got another ghost still of demon eyeball. Has a combination of blinded fire right now. Got a Tater Demon Eyeball. Blizzarded Gnaw. Nothing too crazy. At some point during like certain boss fights, I might have to throw a few potions to help keep up with Amalia's cure speed, but other than that, nothing too crazy here. Chest down there, but I don't think I can get to it. Yeah, I have to go the opposite way, and I'm not doing that. So let's go. We can go this way now. That's it for the enemies. I'm not 100% sure though. Yep, that's it for them for right now. Save crystal in this room. This room becomes important later in the game if I want to go through all the crap that this is supposed to deal with. So, there's the crystal to get our health back. We're going to go through this gate and we're going to encounter our second boss battle, which is much harder than the fourth Landsburg. This one I'm definitely going to need to heal. Bosses are rare games. Some bosses are real hard to steal against, but I'm going to try to steal at least something from this boss, which his actual name is called Firemane, I believe. Double steal. Conceal Firemane. Either. But okay. Try again. Let me move down here. Might be better suited. So you can see guys attention to the boss bar. So it's basically just slug out. Things are more interesting in the game a bit later on. But this is mainly what happens during boss battles. My guys just attack it. Okay, here's a special attack. Bush Fire. This deals fire damage to every person in the room and might cause poison. But somehow this time it doesn't. I've had times where all four of my programs get poisoned. The thing about having pulse too is they have the 30 evasion, so some attacks might not even go through. I guess when they disappear and their health bar disappears, they also can become temporarily immune like ghosts do.
Yeah.
I believe Fire Main's total HP is 1500 or something like that. Get a Molly back. There's a potion on her. Faster than the cure. Oh, great. Well, that ain't gonna work because Bushfire's gonna knock her out immediately again. Oh, she blocks it. Oh, but actually, it didn't hit her. There's the poison I was worried about. Keep an eye on everyone's MP. I'm not too worried about the HP thing, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, some enemies or bosses, when using certain weapons, they'll actually damage the player back a little bit, which I think actually should happen here, but considering it's fire, but... And we are done. Fire Main is down.
Stand where you are.
I wouldn't move if I were you. You'll be dead in a second.
Now's not the time.
We have been officially captured.
I hope they get what's coming. Whatever they get. Is that what the commotion last night was about?
They think me some common thief.
Better than a common assassin.
Fair point.
These people have done nothing. Release them.
What are you doing?
Don't interrupt me. I'm thinking.
Wait!
Where
He didn't know what he was doing! You have to let him go! You have to!
Pinello! Sorry. That dinner will have to wait.
I told you.
That's enough.
Leave him alone!
Well, good guards you guys are. Just let him run
Hold
right
on to
towards
this
the
for
main
me,
guy.
would you?
He had a
Just
knife, that
until I
guy'd be
bring Vaughn
dead.
back.
On your feet. You, over here.
All right. Edgy, aren't we?
It's Balthier, my brother.
What does that philanderer think he's doing? I was to kill Balthier, not those addle-pated Imperials.
Now, there's going to be a cutscene here that confuses me a bit. I'm not really sure exactly what it means. Maybe it's like a subconscious mind thing. But Bonner as a white room starts talking to his brother, which is supposed to be dead.
I brought you some of those flowers you like. Galbana lilies. Remember?
I'm guessing this is a subconscious thing,
You always
because...
said how they smelled nice, and how pretty they were. Remember? The king. Did you? Were you really a part of it? Even if you were, Captain Basch must have tricked you into it.
See, I'm trying to figure out if this is like a mind thing, or this actually happened because it's possible that Rex actually survived and ended up dying after, after the incident due to some kind of injury. Maybe he survived the initial injury, but the injury eventually claimed him. See, I'm not really sure. Maybe someone could verify this. I'm not... Still confused. I've played this game like a dozen times, but I still don't fully understand the scene.
you're awake.
Where are we?
Prison, where else? Or a dungeon, but it's really all the same.
It's always nice to hear. That's always nice to see.
Relax, it's just a corpse.
Just a
Jump
corpse.
at every little thing down here and you'll wear yourself out. It's not even a proper dungeon. They just sealed off the bottom level of the fortress. Take a look around. We're not the first they've thrown down here.
Where's Fran?
Oops.
She's off trying to find us a way out.
Sorry that blacked out for a second. I have someone out with the controller for a little while. There's a cutscene that they get set to like 5 minutes after you don't touch the controller or something like that.
Remember what curiosity killed? Just a friendly word of advice. This is all the water we've got. I'd save your strength if I were you.
Now but not dungeons. Okay, so in this situation, I'm going to show you real quick, is that they took away all my weapons and equipment, so I can't use anything else. They also took away all my items. So, right now I'm pretty much naked. Doesn't last very long, but we're gonna... I think there's some stuff around here I can grab. Not of rust. There's 4 chests around here we can grab. Prisoners don't have any interest in other than they've been captured, how long they've been down here, and yada yada yada. 3 gil. Two gil. Supposed to be one more chest, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you real quick. The Knob Rust Row is like the worst item in this entire game. But it basically just lets you throw it at an enemy to deal a little bit of damage. Damn, Swine was talking about spy something. Gets to the right. So I'm gonna have to put I'm gonna keep moving my face here because some cutscenes you can't really see very well. I'll take my advice and stay out of there. Because I need advice. Not gonna save quite yet. I gotta say, the artwork they did for like the dungeon walls and stuff was really good in this game. Compared to the last game I played before this, which was 10, I never ended up playing 11. Where's the beat down?
No, don't!
Oh, I'm pretty sure that killed him.
He was defenseless.
So you have no idea what's up with these guys. Are they just like, are they just off in the head, or have they been in here so long they've lost part of their senses? It's a nice little bruise. Three on one, huh?
Something stinks in here, all right. I I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty. I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks. Hear me now?
If anyone knows what hamshakes means in this game, someone let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what that means. I've heard, it's like, one thing I've always wondered with Ball here, he said that the one time, I got made some kind of insult, probably maybe like an offensive slur to these, they're called squeak, something like that. So in this fight, we have no weapons. We have the Knot of Rust. We can just steal items from each of them. One of them has Protect on it, but that's not really a big deal. We're going to steal from the first two. So Potion Protect goes and 5 skill from Vito. Steal from Witch. Might use 1 potion here, but other than that, it's not bad. Potion from Witch, okay. Using Knot of Rust to kind of show you guys how much damage it does. Oh wow, was that a critical hit? Seemed like it did a lot more damage than it should have. Wow, I guess it does do a lot of damage. You really don't need them, but then again, they, like I said, they're pretty much useless in the rest of the game because how low damage they do. Well, they're all gone. Someone be coming. Looks like they're looking for somebody. Just out of sight.
Great. They just don't give up, do they? Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Good timing, Fran. How did I not notice that
Through the
before?
oubliette. There's a way out.
Only you sense the mist.
I didn't notice that till just now, but Fran actually has 3 toenails. I guess it's a common occurrence for a... I guess it's called a blade person, or it's called Viera, though. Didn't notice that before.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? He couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
Uh-oh. Here comes the big boy.
A judge.
Judge?
The self-proclaimed guardians of law and order in Arcadia. They're the elite guard of House Solidor, which effectively makes them the commanders of the Imperial Army. If you ask me, they're more executioners than judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate. What are they doing here?
They do something kind of interesting with the talking in this game. They're off-screen and they're talking, no,
The
make them out
Emperor
the
is willing
animations.
to overlook grace for his more talented servants.
Same thing with
However,
characters that wear
those who do
helmets.
not
You
show
see,
respect
they don't make their
will
mouths
see
move,
none
no need.
in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct? Where is the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
Captain.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find him.
Watchy, that way.
Going this
One of those bangas sounds female, but I don't know which one
Time
it
for the
is.
hare to follow the fox.
Huh?
The magic's binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
That's why we'll get them to open it for us.
How is going deeper into this
What's
place
wrong? You don't trust her? Fiera's noses are sharp. If she says there's a way out, there's a way out.
Alright. Yeah, you don't see her feet much, but yeah, she's got like 3 toenails. I didn't even notice that before. Thought her foot was like a normal human foot, but I guess not.
Look,
Ah, the prison repository of rested relics and raiments.
So, our things are in here?
That's what I said.
Now we got all of our stuff back and equipped the exact way I just had them equipped. Okay, the game's nice enough to do that for us at least. Obtain a map of the Navajo Dungeons. Your only area for this map is complete. Or map for this area is complete. 428 gil. Tourmaline ring. Tourmaline ring, I believe, resists. Yeah, makes you immune to poison and sap, and half damages ice. Might be something interesting to equip later. We're gonna touch the crystal to get our health back. We're gonna keep going. Actually, it's a good place to get the get some potions and stuff by stealing them from the Imperials that are here, or the Empire, I mean. So one once said to me, "This is like a Star Wars kind of thing." I can kind of see it. You know, we got the whole space thing. It's more less space here, but
turnkeys and cut purses down here. I've had my fill of chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
yeah, I could see it with all the enemies and armor stuff like that. You know, I could see it. I didn't watch like a lot of Star. I don't like watch a lot of Stars, but I know like the basic lore and some things that happen in the movie, so I can see it. Plus, I've played a couple of their games. Both here in front are both level 7. So only take these guys on like 1 or 2 at a time. They're not that hard to deal with. Especially when Fran gets that many hits in a row. Soul potion. Stole a couple of Phoenix down. Good news about Imperials, you can be able to steal some basic healing items from them, so they're pretty good to knock out early on. Same 6 skill. 13 gil and a potion. Conceal from Imperial Marksman. Just potion on himself for 20 damage. I didn't do jack crap, then I got 6 gil from it. I'm killing it. Killing him. Conceal, stole a potion. This gets a little dangerous here because you're fighting like 3 of them at a time, but nothing too terrible since Frank can heal. Obtain 12 gil and a potion. Now from here on, I'm going to be saving my license points to the very end, a bit later in the game. Probably not going to hit the end of that point of the game today, but we're going to get there eventually. Also, we'll be starting to upload more Pokemon Red. I got sidetracked this last weekend. And what I do on Sunday will depend on what time I get back. So we're going to another music party this Sunday, so... Because, kind of sad to say it, but we know a couple of kids and they're young, and parents are a little poor, so they've never actually been to a amusement park. And I was like, well, that ain't gonna fly. We gotta take the one. That's what we're doing. Okay, so we got the light armor and the mystic armor that we can equip. I think we can only equip the light armor in this, like this. Yes, light armor. So we're actually gonna grab the light armor too. I kind of lied to myself there a bit. We're gonna get them for all characters. Okay, good. Go to optimize to give him stuff. I'm gonna not equip this short bow because that's against the rules of my playthrough, and we're gonna head into the next part of the game here, I guess you could say. Also, I'm gonna end this video slightly early because there's a save stone coming up here after a bit of a cutscene. But the next, I would prefer to save at a stone, a save stone, crystal, whatever. And the next save crystal after that is not for another probably a good 15-20 minutes, so I'm gonna not do that. I'm just gonna let the cutscene play, and then I'm gonna save with the first save crystal rather than the second one. I like that opening effect, how it has like the kind of snake with chains on it. Like a bunch of idiots to leave the door open. I think if they wouldn't be able to find the sky pirate they were looking for, I think they'd be more cautious of what they leave open. But what are you gonna do?
You have grown very thin, Basch.
They look really similar to each other, don't they?
Less than a shadow. Less than a man.
Surprised he's still alive, actually.
Sentenced to
years,
death,
right?
and yet you live? Why?
To silence Andor. How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vane himself? Is he not one of your masters?
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanasta, the woman Amalia. Who could that be? Such a faithful hound to cling so to a falling kingdom.
Better than throwing it away.
Throwing it away, as you threw away our homeland.
Who's there?
This the place?
The mist is flowing through this room. It must be going somewhere.
You're no Imperials. Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead, especially when they happen to be Kingslayers.
I did not kill him.
Is that so? Huh. Glad to hear it.
Frickin' both here.
Please, get me out. For the sake of Dalmasca.
And Vaughn gets triggered.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died. Every single one. Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet. The guards will hear.
I'm dropping it.
Pirates without a sky.
One heck of a fall.
Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but he's
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
Vaughn doesn't like that. Basch treats the party as a guest. So for the first part of the thing here, first about half of where this place is, Basch is unequipped, has no weapons, armor, or anything like that. So he doesn't do a lot of damage, and he doesn't have any magic, but he can still deal some damage. So we're gonna make a right here, real quick. Some chest here we can grab. 2,510 gil. A potion. And 83 gil. I've heard that some chests in this game change depending on the enemies you beat, how you beat them, and a couple other things, but not really interested in that. So this is secrets that I was talking about. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to activate this light source here. Huh, guess it's not working. Let's have a look. The fuse blown. At this point, there's no power reaching the switch. Wiring is indication is, I'd say this is a central power relay of some sort. As it stands, the devil fight much still running down here. So first thing we're gonna do is touch the secrets. We're not gonna save quite yet. We should come down here. There's a merchant down here we can talk to. But he only says this after we touch the switch. Give me a 2 fuse. Nothing he says really interesting, so. And then we can go to him and we can buy some stuff here, which is amazingly and well in tech considering he's basically in a dungeon. So now we have the Cypress pole. We can buy that, and that does more damage than what we got here. So that's more damage. So we're gonna buy 3 of those. They also have the element Earth, which means there's anything that resists Earth or absorbs Earth won't do any damage. We're gonna worry about that a bit later, though. They all can wear light armor too, so we're gonna buy, let's see here. Buy 1 head guard, give it to Vaughn, increases magic increase, and we can give 3 of these. Whoops. Hit the wrong button actually. Now we should be able to equip. Yes, we have a Lover Breastplate to all 3 of them. Manually equip hers because she'll re-equip the bow if I don't. Basch doesn't have any gambits. Any useful gambits anyway. Gonna buy, and we're gonna see what else they have here. We've got it. Blind, Libra. I'm gonna grab one of these. That's come in handy for later. Don't need that. We're good on. Let's grab one more Echo Herb. We're at the Libra technique. Poison of Vox Thunder. Let's grab Poison on. Can't buy much of anything else. We can actually buy this, which is gonna be very helpful. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Vaughn's Gambits. I do this a lot for a lot of feats. I get this gambit right here because it's very useful. Get that to him and equip the steel command onto it. Now, if I put this in front, what's essentially going to happen here is that Vaughn will steal for the enemy that he sees. If I set Fran's Gambit to party leader's target, that means what's going to happen here is Vaughn will steal from the target's attacking until his HP goes below 100%. Fran will attack, so what's essentially going to happen here is Vaughn will automatically steal from the enemy. Fran will hit it while it's below 100% HP, which is going to stop Vaughn from stealing. It's going to go after the foe again. Something I use in almost all my playthroughs because the steel command is extremely helpful if you're looking to grind gil or anything, which is what I normally do a lot in this game to get more items. So now we got the 2 fuse. We can actually come up here and install it into the power unit here, and we'll be able to turn the lights on essentially and open gates. Like Walter sounds surprised I think it even works down here still. Because the stuff's built to last. Okay. That's out of the way. We're actually going to save our game here because I'm almost out of time. That's it for this video. Thank everyone for watching. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.